Okay, this is a Victorian post box. It dates from after 1887, when the words post office were put on either side of the slot. It's in Wakefield. I work at the local history library in Huddersfield. This is a wall-mounted post box that was introduced into areas where the volume of the post wasn't as great. And this is Victorian as well. There's quite a lot more of those about. I like odd and curious things. This is a petrol pump in my local village. It was made in Liverpool in the 1930s by a company called Theo & Co Limited. It was the first type of design that delivered two different kinds of fuel at the same time. This is 3 petrol pumps in a forecourt of a garage on Leeds Road at Wakefield. They were made by Avery and Hardall. And the middle pump has the petrol price on it that says £1.04. This is an old house in my village. It used to be the Bayhorse pub. And it was built, as you can see, in 1691. And the first landlady that I could find, thank you very much, was Alice Carter, and she was there in 1879. Right, this is Totty's Hall, which was another old building built in 1684 by Henry Jackson, and he was a Quaker. And it was a lovely plush house that he had built, but he ended up in York Castle prison for his religious beliefs. Right, this is a throwback to the textile industry. It's a weaver's cottage, and all the windows on the top floor were to let extra light in where the looms were, people were working on the looms. This is another one. This is a tenter post in Marsden, near the canal. It was used by early textile workers to dry the cloth, and they stretched it over hooks, hence the term on tenter hooks. These are two adverts near me. This is an enamel advert over the door of what used to be a shop, and it's for Brook Bond Tea. The Brook Bond Company started in 1845 by Arthur Brook in Lancashire. Everything. A faded ghost sign on the side of a house just outside Huddersfield, and it's advertising Kill Cough mixture, and the tagline is "Tackle that tickle." This is an old style police box. It was used as a mini police station and also as a lock-up. It's owned by West Yorkshire Police, and it's a listed building. And of course the kids love it because it looks like Doctor Who's TARDIS. I discovered this police lantern outside what used to be a police station and is now a house. It's in a little village called Meltham, just outside Huddersfield, and Meltham had its own police officer in 1856. They're a bit rough there. This is Bamforth and Company. It's a faded business sign. It's all that's left. It was started by James Bamforth in 1870 as a lantern slide, then films, then postcards, and they made 20 million postcards a year. Right, this is David Brown's. They were very famous for making tractors. They were the biggest producers in the post-war area, and they won the Queen's Award for Industry Exports and the Design Council Award. Right, this is the last Victorian tram shelter in Huddersfield. It's still in its original position. Since this photo was taken, it's been refurbished, but it's still painted in the Huddersfield Corporation colours. Right, this is a memory from my childhood. This carving was at Bury Brow Station, just outside Huddersfield, and it was carved by a 16-year-old John Charles Stocks in 1886, and it's now in Tulsa Museum. This is a Bradford and District Bank in business, and it ran from 1862 to 1918, and they had deposits of £1 million in 1891. This is Lloyds Bank. This ornate carving above the door, which was built in 1912. It's neoclassical Baroque style, and the architects were Gibson, Skipworth and Gordon, and they designed some of Parliament Square. Right, so this is one of my favourite signs from when the Tour de France came through Huddersfield on the 7th of July 2014. A bit of Yorkshire humour. And finally, in Holmfirth, we have a cyclist left over from the Tour de France. Obviously, he couldn't face going up Home Moss, and he's been there ever since.